Welcome to the Off Label Podcast, your weekly dose of sanity in an insane world, and we got some good stories here for you tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like the United States is actually going to lift some of the restrictions around marijuana. We'll talk about that there. We got some middle schoolers who were banned from competing from sports again because they opposed playing with a transgender child. We also have, with the riots and everything that have been, or well, not riots, I guess, protests. They haven't really gotten all that bad just yet. Um, Other than the fact that somebody ran into a cop with a, a shield made of a trash can, part of a trash can. Yeah, it's fucking stupid. But yeah, we had one here close to me. This one kind of hits close to home. We had a protest here in Alabama for this, and it kind of wound up interesting to see what happened with that one as well. And we also have, of course, God, what's his name? Cornel West and Cenk Uygur actually do. They really do melt down talking to Piers Morgan. We're going to talk about that, and we got a little juicy little rumble section for you coming up here soon. You're going to want to hear that one. But until we get to that point, ladies and gentlemen, the show must go on.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless.
My balls are saggy, they swing to and fro. Used to be perky, now they hang low. Can't wear no Speedo, can't sport no thong. These saggy balls just don't belong. I'm swinging with my saggy balls, they're drooping down the halls. They're flapping in the breeze, bring me to my knees. Lord, won't you lift these saggy balls?
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen?
I was grooving to the saggy balls. I mean, kind of goes into what we're going to talk about today, but with a very, I guess, a guy with a high voice talking about his or her saggy balls. It's they them saggy balls. Hi, buddy. Happy
What's
Thursday,
up?
everybody. Welcome. Welcome. in.
I was just like, what the fuck are you talking about right now?
Well,
we just ran through what we was gonna do. That's why
know.
we're late.
Yeah, it's my last Thursday going to be late. Okay, from now on. We're announcing. I mean, we've announced kind of,
Yes.
but starting next week, we will be going 2 days a week next week.
You want to
And-
do next week instead of the week after? Let you get used to your job first.
Okay, in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, folks, we are going to go 2 days a week. Yeah, you're right. Let me get a little adjusted, but listen, I'm excited. I'm
I am too,
excited.
man. I'm ready to do this. We're gonna change up the look of this and everything. I've been working on like new intros. I have a little countdown thing because it does take a little bit of time for people to come on in. We'll start the show like 6 minutes early. I have a little countdown. Then that one's gonna be fun, especially for the first episode. I got a little joke going on with that. You are muted. I can't hear you. I can't. I can't hear you. Can you guys hear him too? Like, he just cut out? Hold on. That might be me.
Hello? Can you hear me now?
Okay, I can hear you now.
Okay.
What'd you do?
Can you still hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, shit. Hold on.
Can you hear me? What did he just break?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why it keeps doing that. It's the voice mod thing that keeps messing it up and changing everything. And
We got to get that set. Yes.
yeah, I got it. But anyway, because
That's got to be a default.
Voice mod's not
But-
working. But
Even though we fucked that up. What's
Hi.
going on, Polar Bear? Hey,
so
Jennifer,
did you not
first
hear me
chat
at
again.
all? Anything that I said?
No. I
You
mean,
didn't-
I heard something about the transgender balls, and then that was it. It cut out right after that.
So you nothing about us going 2 days a week?
Oh no. We heard that too.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
And then it was right after that was cut.
Hi, Jennifer. Welcome, Polar Bear. Hi. Okay. So anyway,
Yeah, this is the fucked up shit you're gonna get. No,
Listen,
but
we're not fucking professionals, ladies and gentlemen. We are two dum-dums. Well, let me clear that up. What I was wanting to say is Rich has been tirelessly working behind the scenes amazingly. This man is a workhorse. He's got the mouth of a sailor and usually a sailor in his mouth, but he's a workhorse.
is that
Hello?
a gay joke?
Is this thing on? Hello? Let's not make this business party, okay? Where to just look at me. But yeah. So yeah, the man has been working tirelessly behind the scenes, cutting up little pieces of intro and this and that and the intricacies of everything. So that way we can bring you the best
best
of
of
the
what
best.
we're capable
Yeah.
of right
I
now.
mean, we're doing this ourselves. I'm just throwing things at him. Practicing
Right.
it. Yeah. I mean, if pretty soon, if this thing that's going to go through Congress or Senate soon, saying that you can't speak unruly of the Jews, meaning that some of the sections in the Bible you're not allowed to read. Anyway, that's a totally different topic. But yeah, but yeah,
Oh, dude, I heard Nadler and fucking in the house actually say that the definition of anti-Semitic must be fluid. Because it's going to change over time.
like
Just
what comes
like
out of his
being-
pants.
Just like, well, yes, but just like being racist, just like being sexist, homophobic, transphobic, you know how those are falling away?
Yeah,
This shit's gonna do the same.
yeah, it's fucking, it's fluid like
Just
the
because
gender.
they want to keep watering it the fuck down.
Dude, it's the dumbest thing in the world. Like, once again, we need to stop making fucking rules and laws and trying to find that. Just all it is they're just trying to find new ways to make us pay them more fucking money. After, by the way, I seen a woman, I don't know if I sent it to you, but a woman brilliantly breaking down the fact that we pay 50% of our income 50% of our income to taxes.
Yep. He's distracted.
Yeah, I just, I love her to death, but she's my world. We just got a car. Okay. So, all right. So really quickly, It's a girl.
Okay.
It's a girl.
Right.
So we are having a girl.
Congratulations.
Thank you. We went this weekend or yesterday. Yeah, this week. I don't even know. Fucking yesterday. Yeah, we went yesterday to get a new car. I almost came home with a Maverick, first edition Maverick. I like the car. I like. Don't fucking laugh at me, Dick. Don't laugh at me, Dickie. All right. I like the car. I don't. To be honest with you, I'd get a Baja. I
All
mean,
right.
so
Yes, I am. That's not.
so thank you, Jennifer. Here's the thing is, for me, I just want a truck with a bed,
Right.
just to just to put some shit in. But also it's got a tow hitch on it, so that way I can tow shit with it. So that's fine. I just, want the ability to put shit in the back of a truck. Okay.
Right.
So yeah, and my thing is, if it says limited edition, first edition, anything like that, and he got me at first edition, and I was like, motherfucker, and I almost pulled it off, but my car is only worth half of what I owe on it, so it was not gonna work out. But I am so glad she got her car. She got a brand new 2024 Ford Escape, a Subaru. From
Oh, hell yeah, well.
oh shit, I left the hat in the car. They did a great job. I just want to
Only
say
if I
thank you
allow it.
to I believe it was let me just give them a shout out really quickly, because they were great to us. They did a great job for us. I know it's something Ford in Pleasant Valley. That's
You
not
ain't
it.
never
That's a debt collector. I'm the worst at this. I'm trying to be nice and just be like, hey, they did a great job for us. Hey, I'm a dumb. I think it's Glenn Crosby Ford in Pleasant Valley, Missouri. If you have a chance, go over there. They do a great job. They were very nice to us. They treated us very well. They were basically like, which one do you want? Do you want to try this? Go ahead, try this. Go ahead, try this. Go ahead, try this. Go ahead. Hey, we got this, we got that. And they were very nice. So I appreciate all the hospitality that they gave us. And I mean, except for the financing, which usually takes forever. We were pretty much there all day, just like you would be to buy a car. Buying a car is as bad as buying a house.
Yes. I
And
mean, it is a lot of fucking money now, especially if you're going brand new. But let's go ahead and talk about this, because this one, I like this. I like this idea. I like this idea with it. U.S. poised to erase restrictions on marijuana in historic shift, but it'll remain controlled substance. Basically, what this is saying here is the DEA is actually going to say, hey, I'm not going to make this a Schedule 1 drug. Okay, we are starting to see that there are some medicinal benefits for this. So this can no longer be a Schedule 1 drug on a federal level. Especially if we got places that have actually legalized or even recreational use. Now it becomes incredibly hard to regulate what states can't do what does that. They bring it down from a Schedule 1 drug to loosen restrictions on marijuana. That's basically what it was.
Which if you know the story about why it's illegal, it makes sense. Like why, it's the paper company. The fucking paper company is why it's illegal. It's the dumbest thing in the world. It's because hemp was a lot cheaper to produce. Hemp would have made it a lot easier.
And would have done other things as well, like hemp oil burns longer than actual our motor oil does.
And of course,
it would do a lot, but
and of course, the hysteria film from the 1930s. I forget what it was called, but it basically was saying that black people become very hysterical and very violent when they smoke weed. It's an actual movie.
I remember that. Yeah.
I-
What is it?
Reefer Madness. That's
Yeah.
it. Yep. Reefer Madness. I mean, the propaganda is just
remember that.
insane.
Yes.
But yeah, it once again, it's a, and I said this a couple last week or the week before. Like, I'm on board. Just make everything legal. Just fucking just make it legal. If you want to do whatever you want to do to yourself.
Yes. Yes. He had a bit to do with it too. Yeah.
If
I
you
don't
want to
remember exactly that as far as that goes because well, first of all, I wasn't alive. Well, I might have been alive. I was born in '85, but yeah, either that or I was a baby. But yeah,
yeah, I mean, it's stupid. Like I said, I've changed my my outlook on things. If you want to just fucking off yourself, then I don't care. Especially with that and mushrooms, it grows, it's natural. I mean, it's natural. It comes out of the ground.
Are we talking about Darwinism now?
Did you see my video? Can I play my video?
Come on, can we just stop labeling things? That's what I want. When you need to say on a Tide Pod, do not eat this. If you need to say on an alcohol bottle or a Tampax fucking pack, don't put an alcohol and stick up your ass. Can we just let Darwinism do something?
So
That's my argument. All right.
Have you heard about this this thing about would you okay, I'll just put it on the screen really quickly. And a couple people have had a little bit of a thing about it. So I'll just quickly play it. So it says, would you rather be stuck in a forest with a man or a bear? This dude asked a bunch of women this simple question. Okay. Hey man, what's up this man bear thing? Well, some guy asked the lady if she'd rather be stuck in a forest with a man or a bear. They chose a man, right? Not necessarily. Some women feel uncomfortable because they're men who are charged with different domestic kind of things. They don't treat women so well, and there might be some deviant or something. There might be some. You know, a bear. It's called Darwinism, my friend. Let them stay with the bear. So, this person who I'm friends with on TikTok said some women uncomfortable domestic kind of things, don't treat women so well, might be some DV or something. Wow. Good luck talking your way out of this BS. This woman actually agreed. Yo, I'm a woman and I say, fuck them scary ass hoes. Men and women need to love and protect each other from the real enemy. Exactly. Okay. This woman was unhinged. Deleting comments, huh? You're funny. I was like, I'm not deleting anything, sweetheart. Bless your heart. Okay. Yours needs more blessing. Apparently, she doesn't know what bless your heart means. She's not from the Midwest or the South.
Right.
Looking to get reactions clearly. Hope you get your mental health fixed. Yeah, I don't think you grasp the concept. Bears are more predictable than random men in a forest. Simply put.
I mean, when you're taught at a young age, men only want one thing, and then you grow up and everything you've been forced to see because your algorithm tells you to is men doing horrible things to women. I can understand the brainwashing.
Yeah. Oh, I understand it. By the way, the music to that, what TikTok I think is doing now is when you save something, it just puts random music on and you can't change it. Like you can't take it off. So they put that music on and I had to go and mess with the audio to get it that good. But yeah, when I saved it, it just randomly picked an audio for me and it saved like that. But if you look at what I put, I hashtag my name, FYP man, woman, bear. Then I put Let's see how many people will be pissed. Was the comment I put with the thing. And people just were like, you just want a reaction. I fucking put it there. Like, this is why, like, humanity is not completely doomed, but is partially doomed if you live your life completely on the internet, as we do a show on the internet. But I digress.
I mean, you can't really argue that, but
it's
that's
so
just like saying I need to log off for that shit. All right.
But I literally put on it, let's see how many people I can piss off. Like, I did it on purpose. I know what I was saying, and I understand. Like, I understand there's women who don't trust men, and I get it. And it's not all men, it's not all women, it's not all. But the fact is, like, it's a hypothetical question, and the people getting mad at both. How could a woman say that? How could a man say? It's a hypothetical question. You're allowed to have, one, your opinions, and two, it's a hypothetical fucking question. Who's going to be stuck in the middle of the woods with a man or a bear? By the way, Leonardo DiCaprio already figured out how bad it is to be stuck in the woods with a bear. We saw that rape scene, okay? It was bad. Did you freeze? You're doing this on purpose.
No, I am.
No,
because I just wanted, I had so much flooding my mind right there at that point for like jokes and things to throw at you. I immediately paused because I was like, I can't say these.
Dude, I'm doing another one. I'm doing another one, and I'm gonna be like, hey man, what's up with this man versus bear thing? Oh, some blah blah blah, and I go, oh, I thought they meant like a man who's very hairy and likes other men. I'd be stuck in the woods with that guy too. That'd be fine with me.
Wait a minute.
What? Do you understand how fucking nice
no.
the forest would look if you were stuck with a bear man?
Bear man? No. Because he's going to want my butt.
He'd make it all pretty. He'd make you dinner.
He's going to want my butt.
He'd make you a TV so you could watch football, in the woods.
He's going to want my butt. Then I don't want to. See, that's the thing.
House would be clean, and then maybe you'd have to sacrifice the booty hole for some quiet. But it'd be so peaceful.
See, we did the exact same shit.
But it's just, dude, like, you gotta just laugh at this shit. People take this shit way too seriously, and it's funny, man. It's way too funny.
See, this would be a lot funnier if people would just chill the hell out.
It's an underground classic flick. Could you imagine? You do like a Chuck and Larry in the woods.
Hold on.
I have 2 daughters, and even I would prefer the bear than being trapped in the forest with a wolf. Listen, men and women are just 2 totally different. Like, we have 2 totally different thought processes. Like, we really do. Like, me and Mama J, we watched Survivor, and we talked about Survivor. And on one of the episodes, the women won the immunity challenge, and they went and they had this luxurious Thanksgiving dinner. It was around Thanksgiving, and the guys went down and they were back at the beach, and the women had food and everything like that. And the guys just went back and they were like spear fishing. They were farting and having a great time. And it was like, yeah, playing with the boys. They were playing volleyball and shit like that, having a great time. The next week it was reversed, and the women were just sitting in the water like, what do we talk about? What do we do? And the guys are just like having a barbecue, having fun. But like, it's a lot funner being a guy. I'm sorry. I agree with women in that point. Like, I understand trans athletes, like girls who want to turn into guys. Like, I get it. Guys are just funner. Guys just are a lot more funner than, yes. Guys are a lot more funner than women. And listen, fortunately for the both of us, we are with women who think like men, like honestly think like men.
Yeah.
and it's great. Like it is great. Like
I love my wife. She's
I
fucking
love
awesome.
Amanda so much. Like I'm having a baby with her. That's how much I love her. Like
Right?
and it's so great. It's just a fun, like, and if everybody could just have fun, that's what it's all about. It's just having fun, dude. Like life is
It
not
is.
serious. Because what happens if you're just arguing and hate each other and at each other's throats, and then the next day you're like dead? Because it could happen. It's happened millions of times. It's happened trillions of times over time. And then what? And then you're sitting there just, I wish I could have. I wish I could have. Don't do that. Don't say I wish I could have. I wish I could have. Just fucking, there's no need to argue. There's no need to fucking, you argue, you get it over with. You look at each other, go, that was stupid. There was
Right.
no need for that.
I mean, that's what we used to do.
Yeah. I mean, even with people, even with other people, what's the use of arguing? Like, what's the use of all this? Well, you don't understand the man. Who cares, dude? Who fucking cares? Is it really gonna ruin your day? Like, I haven't even thought of that until I pulled it up again. I was like, oh, look at that dumb.
And those are the motherfuckers that are running up in these college campuses and making shields with trash cans and running into the cops thinking they're gonna do something. I
But
don't
listen,
have that clip, but if you could find that,
I will try to find that. But so
I forget exactly where though. I think that actually happened today.
Speaking of the legalization of marijuana, your boy went to his first dispensary.
Uh-oh.
So I used to smoke a long time ago. And just plant-based, I'm not good at it. It like gives me a headache no matter what. Like no matter what, indica sativa, I'm down. I'm like a fucking tranquil bear. Okay. It's like I will just fucking go down and just be like this. So I was like, you know what? Let me try, because my back was killing me. I'm like, let me try this. And we went over there. We spoke to the girl. The girl was very nice. She did everything, make college frat chats great again. Those dudes have raised over almost $300,000 in their GoFundMe, by the way.
No. It's over 400.
Jesus. But yeah, so I went there. The girl looked like she was having an anxiety attack. I was having an anxiety attack because I had no idea. I was trying to be polite. I wasn't trying to. So we get this, and I'm like, okay, we got a bunch of gummies and stuff like that. And because I asked her what's for back pain, and she gave me a bunch of stuff. So I said, okay. So I was like, hey, pop one. I popped one, dude. I was like, how long? She's about half hour. I'm like, oh, okay. 45 minutes into this, Amanda goes, I'm gonna have to drive, aren't I? We're in Walmart. I'm gonna have to drive, aren't I? Yeah. Holy McGillicuddy. But listen, it should be legal all over the place. I mean, I my conspiracy brain is thinking that they're doing it to put more people in debt, because once they federally legalize it, you'll be able to use your credit cards, you'll be able to use your bank cards and everything like that, and it's just more and more money that the government will have, more and more taxes they're going to put on you. So but whatever, let it legalize it. Who cares?
You can actually, there's a way around that. I'm not going to go ahead and go over that like this. There is a way around that though. As far as that goes, like dispensaries can ship to different states because of a certain process that they do to it. But yeah, as far
Can
as
they
that
just
goes,
claim asylum?
no. Well,
You can't claim the
yeah,
trees. You can't claim the trees as asylum.
I'm gonna have to explain it to you off air.
Okay. No.
Okay.
It was.
But yeah.
Listen,
As far as
these
that
are
goes,
not.
I've got no problem with it either, though. I mean, if people just like, okay, so if it becomes a thing in your daily life and you can't have it, you have to wake up and smoke, or you have to always wake up and smoke to start your day or things like that. Yeah, maybe not. Okay,
But there are
But
people
for
that can
normal,
function.
everyday, functional people,
But there are people that can function like that. Just like there's people who can actually
Oh,
go and do a
dude.
job that's drunk. There's people who
dude,
actually can do
I
great work
actually
drunk.
advocate for it because it literally, because the way I am, it helps to quiet the back of my head. Like
Yep.
everything's running around in the back of my head, no matter what I'm doing on, no matter what I'm focused on. When I actually smoke, all this goes away and I'm able to focus.
Well, that's what I mean. Literally, I take a ADHD medication, right? Because I have, as we see and know, I have ADHD, and my brain is always going 1,000. That's why
Right.
everything. Oh, this and that. My brain is always going, and I literally take legal cocaine, methylphenidate, and take a pill every morning that the government allows, but tells me I can't do cocaine. So
Yeah.
it's like it's a strange thing, and it's only because the government says you can do this, but you can't do that. So, like I said, legalize it all.
Exactly.
Shut the fuck up. Just legalize it
I
all.
don't know about it all.
All of it.
Nope.
All of it.
Fentanyl.
Listen,
Darwinism?
Darwinism. I'm at that point. I really, dude, did these protests and these school board members and these, everybody who just has all these things to say about how I raise my children, what I with my life. Darwinism. Fuck them. Fuck them. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of people telling me what I can and can't do, and everybody should be fucking sick of it.
Yeah, you should. You definitely should.
You should be sick of being told what to do, what you can do, what you can't do, what you can say. Like, we grew up to be adults, so that way we can do the things that adults do. And then we got to adulthood, and this is what fucking really gets me. We're told all our life, oh, when you're an adult, you'll understand, or when you're an adult, you could do whatever you want. When you're an adult, you could do whatever you want. You can, and then you get to adulthood, and now they're telling us, oh no, you can't do this, you can't do that. Like, you're keeping me as a petulant child. As a fucking adult, the only thing I'm allowed to do is pay my fucking taxes. What up, Joe? And like, that's it. That's all the government's telling me I'm allowed to do. You're just allowed to pay your taxes, and that's it. Suck my left and right fucking testicle. That's what I say.
Work like a dog. Don't even think about standing outside the box, or you might go to prison. You make it a career kind of thing because, well, there are some that I will say need to stay there. But it's a revolving door of just petulant bullshit crimes, especially behind drugs because of the war on drugs bullshit. With that,
I'd watch a televised Darwin Award show. It would smoke. It would. Jennifer's not wrong. It would.
Can we do it like ridiculousness?
Oh my god. Oh my god. The top 4.
Let's start that show. Let's start doing that.
Let's. Oh, okay. Well, more brainstorming.
I don't even think Rumble would let us do that shit.
I mean, if I'm the, I mean, if we're talking about people offing themselves, I don't think Rumble will let us do. We can do it on X, like literally and figuratively.
OnlyFans.
Hey, we'll talk. Anyway,
I knew that was gonna catch somebody.
Speaking of bears, the trans kids,
yeah, the trans kids, they're at it again, ladies and gentlemen. But before we get to that, it's hammer time.
It's just you and me. It's just you and me in here. I got this hammer. What do you say we get in our boxers, drink seltzer water, and play Paul Pelosi?
Is that Celsius?
Are
those water? Celsius?
He's ready for a little hammer time.
I don't know if anybody remembers that story of Paul Pelosi being attacked by the dude in his underwear. Yeah, he broke into the house and they tried to say it was a right winger, but the dude had like BLM and pride flags everywhere at his home. And that story just kind of disappeared when Nancy Pelosi was subpoenaed on the House floor. That's going to be an interesting one, and if Rob can catch that shit, I haven't actually heard anything about that case ever from anybody except for that one moment.
No,
Like, this is well hidden if this is a fucking thing.
that thing disappeared faster than a David Copperfield sexual assault case.
Yes, I can't find shit on that, but
Holy shit.
we did find shit on this. This is
That's not a way to introduce a trans kid. We gonna shit on this kid. What? Take that out of context, you motherfuckers.
I don't care. Shit on them kids.
Fuck them kids. Not literally.
No, please don't.
Don't make it weird.
I mean, it's already going to be weird. Middle schoolers who protested trans athletes' participation are banned from future competitions. I'm just going to hit the video with it. All right. All right, hold on. In what's become one of the most hot button issues in female sports, a transgender athlete born male smokes the competition, seemingly never giving others a chance. I'm just going to keep them. Yeah. As the scenario has played out over and over, many are worried that girls are being left behind on the field and beyond. In just the latest instance of a transgender middle school student in West Virginia won her shot put competition by more than 3 feet. So in this case, at least 5 girls from rival school protesters have been refusing to participate video shows. Former collegiate swimmer turned activist Riley Gaines was amongst those outraged, tweeting, it's a sad day when 13 to 14-year-old girls have to be the adults in the room. It's a sentiment that has grown since the swimming thing here. We can go ahead and cut this, but dude, to sit there and ban kids from ever participating in future sports or something like that, or even just for that season as that kind of plays out, no.
But what? I thought you can protest. I thought you're allowed to protest.
If
that's
only
what
you're doing it right. I mean, look what's happening at the schools, man.
It's
which will come up here in a second.
You're allowed to voice your opinion. The fact that I'm having another girl and the fact that I can raise my daughter to try to be the best athlete possible, to have a biological male come in and dominate that sport after all she's done. And all the people who oppose, who are for this, whenever you ask them a question about how about female spaces, do you not see there's a problem with biological males going into female spaces? They're trans. It doesn't. It does. I do not want my daughter going into a room with somebody of a different genitalia when all you talk about is, well, you're just asking about their genitalia. You're sick. You're the sick one. You're the sick perverted one
for letting him fuck a full-grown man shove his hang dang in a child's face and say that's okay.
Yeah, because it's, by the way, there's video after video of now dudes just going into women's bathrooms with their dick hanging out.
It doesn't matter if it'll be shot down or not. The fact that it actually happened was a thing. Like, this is ridiculous. You ban children for not participating when they try to let a pretend dementia fucking happen.
And it doesn't matter if it gets struck down. What happens right now? What happens right now? So all of a sudden, the girl who's 14 years old, who's worked her entire life, her 14 years to be the best at track. Now a boy comes in, now goes through the courts and everything like that. Now the girl's in college, she has her own kids, and then what? And then her trajectory is passed. Just like when somebody's falsely accused of something, somebody spends 20 years in jail. And then all of a sudden, what? They're free after 20 years and it's done nothing to them. It's not psychologically changed them. Their career path, their life path hasn't changed them.
I mean, we had so many people from the Me Too movement have that same damn thing. What actually, you remember that? Who was that baseball player?
Oh, yeah, it just happened.
But it doesn't matter because nobody wants to work with him because of the implication. And
Plus
that's what it really is. It's a weaponized thing.
Bauer or something like that. But he's now he's trying to get back into baseball after all those accusations were false. And he's what, like 10? He's 4 years older. Do you know how long a baseball career is? The average baseball career?
It's a good point.
Maybe 4 years. So he's lost all those years. He doesn't have the same arm as he did when he was, even if he's 25, he doesn't have the same arm he did when he was 21. So now you've cost this man his career. And, but that's fine. It went through the courts. It went through the courts. No, you took this man's livelihood. Look at the Duke lacrosse kids. Like it's stupid.
And nothing happened to her though.
No,
not that I know of.
I mean, she probably died of an overdose, but still.
I mean, it's you wonder why men don't help women.
No,
like
no.
Daniel fucking Barry. Yeah, Daniel Penny. Penny was Perry was the dude that shot. Daniel Penny was the dude on the subway. He was trying to protect everybody. Dude was coming in saying, "I'm gonna kill you," and the dude just like, "All right, fine. You know, I'm a vet. I'm gonna help."
It shouldn't have to do with politics, Joseph. And this is where I'm gonna fucking rich you in about 3 seconds. It has nothing to fucking do with politics. No, don't be a dick to people and then let the courts figure it out. That's not how it fucking goes. That's not how it should go.
He's right.
You should be able to fucking, if you're a girl, you participate in girl sports. Why do you think we just had a fucking a thing on the show yesterday where a woman to man trans fought a man and was knocked out in 21 fucking seconds? You wonder why women don't go into men's sports? Because women will be taken over by the men. You know why men go into women's sports? Because it's easier for them. You don't hear many women go. How many stories have you heard about women going into men's bathrooms and women getting assaulted? Don't go in there. You're not a man. You haven't heard many of that. You've heard a lot of stories about men going into women's bathroom pretending to be women. You've heard a lot of stories about men going into women's sports and taking over. It's not about fucking politics.
By the way, does anybody know what actually happened to the dude that that story about the trans guy who said he was going into the bathroom that he wanted to be, which is his like 13-year-old daughter was in. The dude went in there and beat the fuck out of him. Does anybody remember that story? I vaguely remember that shit.
Yeah.
Like he punched a tooth out or some shit. I vaguely remember that. Yeah. But yeah, it's.
I know, Joseph. I was just getting excited. I was using your comment. Joseph, I really do.
I totally agree with you, dude. I really do. It's just like this is gone way too far with it. I mean,
it's come to a dude. It's come to a point.
Leave the fucking kids alone. Number one, number two. Look, all that shit. We're coming for your kids. Yeah, we've known for a minute. But this has gone too far to basically shut down their whole season, and they're little fucking kids.
I thought the parents of these kids were the worst. Now the school's the fucking worst. These parents who get into brawls over a fucking 12-year-old basketball game. And now now the school's telling you can't protest because a boy with a wiener who thinks he's a girl, whose mother pumps him full of fucking estrogen and fucking all these drugs, because they want to just make more experiments. They want to experiment on your children, giving these children these drugs and make them longtime pharmaceutical patients.
I mean, some of the puberty blockers are actual chemical castration.
It's and these people are fucking sick. Oh no, you can, puberty blockers are reversible. No, they're fucking not.
No,
they're not.
No.
They're not reversible.
They're not. They're not at all. If anything, it would stunt your growth to your genitalia, so you could be a full-grown adult with a baby penis.
Yeah, you're not wrong, Joe. You're not wrong. The kids do get and they use the kids for everything. Everything. The gun debate, Palestine, Israel, fucking the transit, like everything they put, it's all virtual signal. It's all virtual signaling. That's all it is. But what about the kids? The kids can't eat a steak, so adults shouldn't eat a steak. The kids can't use knives, so adults. No, fuck you. Fuck you. Do you remember? I don't know if everybody remembers, but there was about 10, 15 years ago, parents named their kids Adolf Hitler. Their son was named Adolf Hitler in New Jersey. Go figure. And they took the kid away. There was now some abuse in that. They were claiming there's abuse in that house.
Yeah.
But the reason why they found out is because they went to Walmart, fucking brainiacs that they are, and they got "Happy Birthday, Adolf Hitler" for the kid for his birthday party. And they took the kid away. And they took the kid away. But now you're allowed to castrate your child. You're allowed to cut your daughter's tits off before she becomes an adult. And that's, you're so brave. You're so brave.
You got a point, though. It is that fucking ridiculous.
And once again, I'm fucking dumb. I'm fucking dumb. I tell you guys, I'm dumb and I can see the stupid shit. I'm the most middle of the road person probably you will ever meet. Like, I will see both sides and I will say, listen, this is why I don't agree with you. Listen, you have your opinion. I'm not going to go hard in the paint about anything because in all honesty, I really don't give a shit. I want to live my life. I want to have my guns. I want to but in all seriously, that is low.
Yes.
Just outright. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's just the hypocrisy. Your kids can't protest the trans, but I'm going to take my kid to a Trump rally and protest this, or I'm going to take my kid to a pro-Israel rally or a pro-Palestine rally. What?
Why must you do that? Why would you take your child to something like that? Especially, if it's going to be politically charged where there could be some shit to go the fuck down. Why?
I don't know. It's the same reason why people hunker down in hospitals and then accuse another country of bombing hospitals. Same tactic.
Wait a minute.
What?
Didn't we pull that shit in Ukraine, though?
Huh?
Wait,
what?
What? Wasn't Russia bombing Ukrainian hospitals?
And weren't they having certain things in Ukrainian hospitals going towards Russia? It's just leave the fucking kids out of it. Period. Point blank. Period. 10 toes down. Whatever the kids say nowadays. Hunka bunka, junka bunka. In the 90s, a man legally changed his name to trout fishing in America. I mean, well, there was a fishy situation of why he did that. So, oh boy, Jen, you just opened up a can of worms. Did you know what they did in Colorado? You heard what they did in Colorado?
No, what?
They put a bill up stating that if you can legally change your name and gender, and anything that happened before you changed your name and gender no longer happened. I forget what it's called. It's called Fanny's Law or Franny's Law, something like that in Colorado. Let me look it up because
You mean the Jenner law? You know, because that's what Bruce Jenner did. He ran over them people, then he cut his dick off. Said, "I'm Caitlyn." Bruce Jenner died. I didn't do that. That sounds oddly fucking familiar. Hold on, what? But yeah, apparently. Where is it? Jennifer is right. In the 90s, a man legally changed his name to trout fishing in America. It made the papers. Ew. According to search results, a 17-year-old boy named Peter Eastman Jr. legally changed his name to trout fishing in America in 1994. The judge warned him that this may cause him trouble in his life, but Peter, now known as Trout, was confident that his new name would be respected. In fact, when he was stopped by police for driving through a red light, he signed the ticket Trout America, and the police didn't even bat an eye. That is fucking freedom, ladies and gentlemen. You can change your damn name to whatever you want to.
We're coming to America.
I mean, I'm all for it. What the fuck? You got that yet?
Yeah.
All right.
Bill would make it easier for trans individuals convicted of a felony to change their name. A bill headed to the Colorado State Judiciary will make it easier for convicted felons seeking gender-affirming care to legally change their names. Right now, individuals convicted of a felony can change their name only as for good cause. The bill, HB 1071, would add gender-affirming care as a reason for good cause. A judge would still need to make the ultimate decision on individuals. What is HB 71? It clarifies our state law that if you have a felony and you're also trans, that you can get a name change if the court allows it. One of the challenges that exists is that the language can be ambiguous in our state statutes. Glad you turned your head, Dave. I was wondering if you had a mullet or not.
I kept that up there as I was looking because it looks like you fucking do.
Listen, it looks glorious. I would listen. I'm gonna fucking grow it out. I'm gonna grow out a mullet. I'm gonna do it.
No, I saw that. I saw the hoodie thing, and I was like, wait. He's got this. Is that a hoodie or is that a chain around his neck? I don't even. And then it just started moving, and I was like, that's got to be hair.
Oh, now I see it. I'm like, yeah, let's do this. This is glorious.
Looks like some Silent Bob shit.
Snug. But yeah, it's called. I think it's referred to as Shelby's Law or something like that. But yeah, so that's it. That's so they can change their names. So now when you run their name in the database, it will come up clear, and that they have never committed a crime. It'd be easy. It's easier for them.
And this is for anybody. You get to change your name, and
if you're a felon, yeah, if you're a convicted felon, you can change your name and your gender legally.
And then it never happened.
Yep.
So I could commit first-degree murder, get my dick chopped off, change my name, and that murder never happened.
Yep.
Because I'm technically dead.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't even know how that works. Oh God, that is. I mean,
this is where we're going. This is where we're going. This is where the fuck we're going. Like, can we stop? Can we fucking stop? Like, literally, it's literally dead naming now. Literally, that person died.
I mean, you remember that story about the dead trans person that was, the cops responding to the dead trans person. There was 4 kids locked in a closet. Yeah. The Caitlyn Jenner defense.
It is.
Already named. Okay, fine. Let's do it. Caitlyn Jenner defense.
Listen, Caitlyn never killed anybody, nor did she. Was she ever on a Wheaties box? Nor did she ever break any records. She should give back all the money that she won and made.
The
Now
only
as a
thing
Kardashian.
Caitlyn Jenner is known for is threatening Ben Shapiro.
That wasn't her. God damn you.
Was that Bruce Jenner? I'm sorry. Did he
No.
come back from the dead and haunt you?
Oh my God. It's not Ben. And I don't even like Ben Shapiro. S-H-A. S-H.
We'll go into that one, and then we'll roll off into the next segment here, because this one's going to be a fun one.
Here it goes. Videos.
Come on.
What the fucking?
Move faster. You know what you should be doing.
I can't. Oh, here it goes. Listen, I don't have it. I don't have it saved in my fucking in my bookmarks like you do. All right, sir.
While you're talking, I'm typing.
Here it is.
Because I already know what I'm bringing up. Oh. Fine. Go ahead.
Good try. You have to bifurcate it. Did she deserve the honor? Probably not. Is she brave? Of course she's brave. All those years invested as this sports legend to come out transgender is
Zoe
horribly
Tur.
difficult. It is the most difficult thing you can do. I've been overseas. I've flown helicopter missions, surveillance missions. I've been shot, stabbed. Being brave is being yourself, and being transgender is about the bravest thing you can do. Did she deserve the award? Yes.
Why are we mainstreaming delusion?
I feel some Buffalo Bob shit going on there.
Buffalo Bill.
Bruce,
What the
Caitlyn
fuck?
Jenner. I'll call him
Buffalo.
Caitlyn Jenner.
No,
because
it's
that's the
her. You're not being polite.
Wasn't
to the
Buffalo
pronoun.
Bob
Because
the
it's
Joe Dirt one,
Okay,
though?
forget about the disrespect.
Yes.
Facts don't care about your feelings. It turns out that every chromosome, every cell in Caitlyn Jenner's body is male, with the exception of some of his.
Why does he look like he has a
sperm cells.
hanger
It turns out
in the
that
back
your
of his neck?
doctor is male.
Wait, I need
That's
It turns
the
out that he still
earpiece
has all of his
thing.
male appendages. How he feels on the inside is irrelevant to the question of his biological sex.
I don't agree with that. I'm not on that train. I'm not on that train. She wants to be called she. I'm going to call her she. I just have a problem with the message and the messenger.
So well, let's I'm going to do two things. I want to reiterate what Zoe said, which is the bifurcation of the courage to come forward after a lifetime as a male. Is there for
A thing like
Yeah, just
Hated
go to
on
that
genetics.
point. Oh,
Discuss the genetics. Or
well,
not?
well, no,
What are
no.
your genetics? Sir?
So I'd stay away from the genetics and back to the brain scans.
you cut that out now, or you'll go home in an ambulance.
Yeah, that seems mildly inappropriate for a political discussion.
No, I know. Well,
Yeah.
but wait. To be fair, but to be fair, wait. But to be fair, but to be fair, you're actually being
Hey,
kind
guys.
of rude.
You're
And that-
no.
And that's
You're being rude. So this person next to you, who used to be a fucking linebacker, can now put her hands on your fucking neck and pretend to assault you.
right.
You're being rude. And you called them by the wrong pronoun. That's why I just call everybody an asshole. There's no fucking gender to assholes.
I mean, I live up to my name.
Dick.
All right. We're going to roll off into the next one with a little bit of this, ladies and gentlemen.
Is there something that does not sit right with you about the protesting across the USA at the universities and colleges regarding Israel and Palestine? Now, if we take a look at Columbia and NYU, Deputy Commissioner of Operations Kaz Daughtry out of the NYPD had to say this on Fox 5 out of New York. Take a listen.
Commissioner Daughtry, the mayor is describing some of the people there as professional agitators. Are these just students that are in the middle of these protests?
No, and he's 100% right.
Who are these people?
Look at this. Ask yourself this question. Your viewers, ask yourself this question. Look at the tents. They all were the same color. They all were the same type of tents. The same ones that we saw on NYU, the same ones that we see in Columbia. To me, I think somebody's funding this. Also, there are professional agitators in there that are just looking for something to be agitated about, which is the protest. So you're saying someone's funding this? I think so. My personal opinion. Nobody told me that. What if you look at the tents? Where do they all get them from? The same place, the same person. Somebody's behind this, and we're gonna find out who it is.
Is this in fact being orchestrated by someone, and who could possibly be behind all of it? Let me know. What do you think in the comments? Is there?
All right, now I'll admit.
I was so confused by his soft face and his fucking Morgan Freeman voice.
I mean,
and yes, now cons can get away with
everything. But no, it does ring true. These things have to be orchestrated by somebody, you know, because they don't just pop up and just like hive mind situation everybody all at one fucking time. Printed signs and all. There's no fucking way.
To be honest with you, though, Walmart was having a sale on tents, so that's how they got all the tents. They're all fucking Ozark Trail tents. Don't ask me how I know that. Shut your face.
It doesn't, like, still, you're gonna sit there and say, well,
but
I could see it. I could see it. Okay,
but still, like, but this is where they're very organized. Okay. And they have to go, like, I've seen TikTok lives where they go, join the Discord. We can't talk about this stuff here. Join the Discord. So they're talking about this stuff in Discord, and they're
I know they do,
being funded by these very, very wealthy people to do this shit.
Yes.
And unfortunately, some of your kids are being conned into doing this shit because they're at a very vulnerable age where they go, you don't want to be the outcast, do you? No, you don't want to be the outcast. You don't want them to look bad on you, do you? No. So your kids are going, well, yeah, no, I don't want to be the outcast. No, free Palestine.
Meanwhile, what happens when you take an area that don't play well with that shit? Ladies and gentlemen, for a state that when the Black Lives Matter riots started happening, there was protests going on in Huntsville, Alabama. The cops push them back to Big Spring Park. A guy threw a rock from the crowd, and the crowd beat the shit out of him. Because that's not how we fucking roll.
You roll tide.
I mean, that is a creed down here. I swear to God. It's like, I know who you are. If you sit there and, hey, roll tide. All right, fuck you. I know you. All right. It's one of them things. It's not like that. Like, okay, there is, because it's roll tide or war eagle.
You know, the guy, one guy threw a rock and the other one said, hook him high, and they all beat the shit out of that guy.
Look, Sundays are shut down. I swear to God, Sundays are shut down in most places.
The South for football are no fucking joke.
No,
they're no fucking joke.
You will not. People won't go to church because of football on Sundays.
Bro, they got
college football on Sunday.
They got fucking places that are closed on Monday because of it. They will literally stores will be closed on Monday because Saturday.
College football Saturday, National Sunday. But yeah, okay.
Yeah, but still, they're still nursing that hangover from fucking Saturday, and they close Monday. It's insane. It's fucking insane.
It is. It is. It's something. It is I don't understand it myself. I've been here most of my life, and I still don't fucking get it. Like, I'll watch the game if it's on, but I don't give a shit either way. I really don't. Like, I'll even bet just to be contrarian, just because. You remember when, I think it was the Buffalo Bills won the Super Bowl? And everybody was going for, like, the New York Jets or some shit like that?
Bills won the Super Bowl?
It was some weird off teams. Like, it kind of looked like it was just like, I don't even know the sport, but I was just like, okay, you're telling me this. I see these stats. I see these stats. This is fucking bullshit. And I bet just on the other team, just because I was like, fuck it, $10, whatever, like that. I won $3,000 that day because I was the only one that bet against them. And I just did it just like, fuck it, whatever. $10, I don't care. And everybody's like, okay, fine, fuck. I walked away with $3,000 that fucking night. I don't even know what it was. Honestly, I didn't care.
Yeah, you're not wrong, Jen. You're not wrong. College kids can't afford fucking tens.
Organizations can. I mean, what are we seeing from our southern border? Who's involved with that? Wasn't that the United Nations, UNICEF, Red Cross? You know, all these things that our fucking taxpayer dollars pay for are helping them cross our border. That's happening. Okay, but I want to get back into this because we got off on a little tangent. I want to get back into this right here. What happens when an immovable force, or I'm sorry, what happens when what is it?
What is what?
Oh, what happens when an unstoppable force?
Did you
meets
take a
an
motherfucking
immovable
gummy today,
object?
by the way? Did you take a gummy?
I'm not saying anything.
That's what I mean.
What
You ain't
happens
saying-
when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object? You get some of the most what you would call inbred, because of movie and TV. I would say some of the most base motherfuckers ever. What happens when those base motherfuckers ever run into the crowd of the demented? But you get this story, ladies and gentlemen. University of Alabama students protest war in Gaza. Campus investments. Holding a sign that read "Tied Against Genocide." All right. Number one, opening statement. You're done. I'm gonna say it. You did the roll tide thing, tied against genocide. Yeah, you're done. You done fucked up. That's the golden rule. All right. A group of several dozen University of Alabama students gathered at university's southern. Okay, this is going to be important. A group of several dozen University of Alabama students gathered at the University Center on Wednesday to call for a ceasefire in Gaza and to urge the college to cut ties with a top defense contractor. As students at the University of Alabama, we can no longer stand by silent complicity, blah, blah, fucking blah. Counter protesters, some holding African American flags, Trump banners, began to gather near the fountain a few minutes into the peaceful demonstration. According to social media accounts, university police cordoned off groups with cones and ropes. Crimson White editor Maven Navarro captured video, blah, blah, blah. I want y'all to check this fucking video out. It says Richard Hall here says, amazing scene at University of Alabama. Pro-Palestine and pro-Israel protesters briefly united in chants of fuck Joe Biden.
Remember when I said that the right and left had the same goal and they were just like a horseshoe where they were just barely touching with that little gap in the middle? Remember when I said that? There's the same, they're coming at it from different angles.
I use it as this. It's the same shit sandwich. You're just biting from different sides.
You know, yeah. Like Lady and the Tramp.
But go ahead and listen to this, ladies and gentlemen. Now, either one of two things. They don't like Joe Biden because they're pro-Palestine, or they don't like Joe Biden because they know they're fucked.
It's the pro-Palestine thing.
It really is. It really is.
Because it's the American.
But I want you all to see this one more time. Let me bring up just full screen of this, okay? Look at the crowd there. That's theirs. That's ours. I want y'all to understand that shit. There was a dude that spent damn near a week in the hospital because he threw a fucking rock during what might have been a riot, and the people understood.
And remember, folks, this is why they want to get rid of the Electoral College, because they don't want the small little states like that to have a voice.
I mean, Alabama has only 3 electoral votes.
Still,
we're not nothing, but still, we've had some things. Like I went to a coronation for a friend of mine, and they were protesting because outside. All right, full context for this shit. You had 6 people. 4 were protesting, 2 were a lookout. Okay. With phones just in case something happened. Of course. They're protesting the shooting of a black man because this black man was having his car repossessed in the middle of the night. Stupid ass time. Stupid ass time. I get you. Right?
In
the middle
in a
of the night.
constitutional carry state, yeah.
Right. And that comes into play. That comes into fucking play. Okay. But
dumb motherfucker.
The dude tries to steal his car in the middle of the night. Dude comes out with a fucking gun. He's like, what are you doing? What the fuck are you? No, you ain't taking that. So the repo man takes off, calls the fucking cops. The cops come back with him. He's already shown the fucking gun. Cops are ready to go in any fucking moment. Dude walks out with a flashlight. Probably knows because the cops are actually coming. They think it's a gun. They shoot. Because they're already wired up for that. It's a thing. Alabama, our area doesn't have that. I mean, we did stop what could have been our own Uvalde, but Alabama doesn't normally have this shit. So when you do shit like this, we have a reaction. We're like your immune system. This right here shows you this shit ain't gonna fly in definitely the southern fucking areas. I mean, you even have Georgia just coming out with some Oh, we can talk about it. Yeah, Georgia's election shit. Have you heard anything about that?
No.
Oh, they're finding out a whole bunch of dirty shit in Georgia.
Finding out a whole bunch of dirty shit everywhere. Arizona, everywhere. But yeah. I mean, I wanted to show this because it proves it comes to Jen's point of college kids can't afford shit. So this is what you get in UCLA.
Why should the university be obligated to provide food to people who've taken over a building?
Well, first of all, we're saying that they're obligated to provide food to students who pay for a meal plan here.
But you mentioned that there was a request that food and water be brought in, unless I misunderstood.
To allow it to be brought in. I mean, well, I guess it's ultimately a question of what kind of community and obligation Columbia feels it has to its students. Do you want students to die of dehydration and starvation or get severely ill, even if they disagree with you?
You fucking chose this, madam. You chose to do this. You chose to die on this fucking hill.
If the answer is no, then you should allow basic, I mean, it's crazy to say because we're on an Ivy League campus, but this is like basic humanitarian aid we're asking for. Like, could people please have a glass of water?
But they did put themselves in that very deliberately in that situation and in that position. So it seems like you're sort of saying, we want to be revolutionaries. We want to take up this building. Now, would you please bring us food and water?
Nobody's asking them to bring anything. We're asking them to not violently stop us from bringing in basic humanitarian aid.
They're stopping the delivery of food.
We are looking for a commitment from them that they will not stop it violently.
They haven't stopped it.
Well, I don't know to what extent it has been attempted, but we're looking for a commitment.
So
no.
So wait a minute. So you're telling them that they have to feed you But then you're saying that they're stopping you from getting food. But you're not saying that they're stopping you from getting food. But you want a commitment that they won't stop them from getting food. Emily. Violently? I am. I'm confused. Like I said, I'm dumb, so I don't get it.
What you are seeing is literal children. Look, all right.
Having a fucking temper tantrum. They're children
Millennials-
having a temper tantrum. I'm not gonna eat what you made me. I want nuggies. You're not gonna have nuggies. You're violent. You're violent. This is violence.
It is right, but it is because the millennial generation. Look, you have a generation who grew up on fucking what is it, South Park and Family Guy and shit. And then somehow, some way in our generation, we were all fucking in line and then split into this is offensive and this is fucking funny. And we are here, ladies and gentlemen. What? Fuck you, millennials. You fuck shit up. I'm on the cusp, bitch. I'm claiming fucking, what am I, Gen X?
No, fucker. We're millennials, you cunt.
I know, but I'm jumping fucking ship. They're eating Tide Pods and dipping fucking tampons and fucking alcohol and shoving them up their ass. I'm done. I'm out. Fuck. Okay.
Yeah. Emily has right. I grew up on tomato sandwiches and ramen noodles. I ate what was in front of me or I didn't eat. Exactly. Fucking exactly. Hold on. Because I'll show you what these little fuckers are now demanding. They're demanding this stuff now. Where'd it go? This is what they're demanding from them. They're not demanding. This is what they're asking for. Okay? The needs. Please ensure the donations are BDS compliant. The Boycat app, I don't know what the fuck the Boycat app is, can help this. Urgent. Headlamps, airsoft goggles, gas mask respirators, especially for our medics.
That means you're doing something.
Remember when we were kids and we played doctor and and we had medics and people who went out and cowboys and Indians? Yeah.
No. That's not what that's about.
I
can't
I
find
know.
it, but if you have it, if you can find that charge video.
No, I don't have it. If you can find it while I'm reading this. Skater helmets, shields, wood for barriers, knee and elbow pads, rain ponchos, canopies, utility gloves without reinforced knuckles or various sizes, especially for small hands. Holy fuck. I didn't read that one before. For small.
Yeah. Well, hey, look. I'm schmedium when it comes to fucking gloves.
You
Fuck
remember when they were making fun of Donald Trump's small hands? They would need him for small hands.
That is true. They did do that shit. But I'm schmedium, so fuck you.
Super bright flashlight with strobes. Charged. Fucking charged. Excuse me, can you bring me a flashlight? But I need it charged, please and thank you. Umbrellas. Medical. EpiPens. We gonna beat these kids with peanuts. There's no peanuts at them. Non-steroid inhaler, headlamps, organizational bins, food. This is where it gets great. Hot food for lunch. Important. Vegan food. Good.
Yeah, I'm searching this down.
Ice. No packaged goods. No coffee. No bagels. No bananas. No nuts. Just like the men.
I mean,
fill out this form if you're interested in coordinating a meal. Logistics. sleeping pads, AA, AAA, C and D batteries, rope, zip ties, electric and solar powered generators, lotion, aquifer, whatever that is, no sunscreen.
Hold on, where is it? Ah, here we go.
Hold
on.
Climbing trees. Damn, that makes me miss the sim. I know. Being home before the lights came on. Wait,
The Boy Cat app. They even had an app for their protest. Let's start with its developers. Point fucking taken.
Yeah. My hands are small, but my missiles are huge. Donald Trump allegedly. I'm surprised they didn't want their cars washed. Fucking Joseph. Joseph, I love you. I love you, and I want to have a fucking beer with you, Joseph.
I thought you were gonna say you want to have a baby with him. I was like, calm the fuck down, dude.
No, beer. Jesus, Rich. Have a gummy next time. Larb City.
No, but this is what I was talking about here. I'm remembering hearing my friend's parents in the neighborhood do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Fearing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hell yeah. When the lights, when them street lamps go on, your ass better be home.
I was saying it the other day. I remember, me and my friends going out and just riding bikes all day. And as soon as it started to get dark, like I'd call my mom on my friend's phone. Hey, I'm at Bobby's. Can I stay at Bobby's? Let me talk to Bobby's mom. Bobby's mom, my mom wants to talk to you. She said I could sleep over. And then my mom and her mom would talk, and okay, yeah, all right, he'll be home at 9. Yeah, okay, and then all right, Bobby, I get to stay at your house, and now we can have non-alcoholic.
Now that sounds like some pedo shit.
Yeah, now that sounds like some fucking pedo shit.
I remember doing it too. I spent an entire summer at my friend's house one time.
Dude, it was I stayed at my friend's house more than my own house, to the point where I had about 3 or 4 friends where I just walked in the front door.
Dude, I did too.
One of my friends, so I still do. I used to
three of us wound up in the same place every single fucking day.
I used to bite the fork and the spoon, right? And it would drive my friend's parents nuts, to the point where they bought me actual plastic spoon, fork, and knife set, and I had my own spoon, fork, and knife set at their house that it was designated just for me, because they hated the sound of me biting the metal. So I had my own fork, knife, and spoon set at their house. That's how much I was there. Like they would literally come home from work.
Great.
And they would see my ass hanging out of the fridge, like, hey, what's for dinner, guys? Hey, guys.
Yeah. All right, but I wanted to show you guys this, because this is what I was talking about. I had to do a little bit of searching, but this is what I was talking about, where they were using the fucking trash cans as shields. You're being cheered on while you're rushing. What the fuck? Why? You got bike helmets on. She fucking collided with that cop. Hold on. With a shield made out of a fucking trash can. As they were being jeered on for rushing in.
It looked like a fun run. Remember those?
Look. Good on you. Let me take this. Good on you for using whatever you could around you. Good on you for that. But this ain't 2020. Everybody's going to bow down to your bullshit anymore. Okay, now you're talking about Israel. Israel can't be fucking touched. You created your own monster. Let it burn. And I'm going to be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen. These are going to be the same people who are just like, okay, well, you know what? He may be pro-Israel, but you're funding both sides. That's going to happen very soon.
Please put that back up when the cop hits was that a girl? Please put that.
I think so.
Please, another example
if
of
it's
why
not, it's a gay-ass run.
If
this one right here.
If it's not another example how men and women are just built fucking different, watch this boy-girl thing just get fucking leveled. Please play.
She's looking back like you're running faster than me. This is bullshit.
Come here. That was like an old school 90s fucking NFL hit right there, my friend. That was just.
Somebody did play football. Whoever the fuck that was, you did play football. I can tell you went low, son.
That caused
emotional damage.
That motherfucker must have went for her fucking like pelvis, dude, because it's just like he just like hit, she folded and flopped.
She's right. This is why I don't watch news. I get mad and it's Davey's new favorite game. It really is. I go, hey, watch this. And she just gets so like she literally like she is 5 months pregnant and she will literally get her ass out of the bed and walk away.
God damn, that's rough.
Dude, it is just that was once again proving the point that girls will not go into female to male transition doesn't work. It doesn't work. Oh, that poor soul just got leveled.
Look, it doesn't matter if you're female to male. You were LARPing and thought the cops were just gonna play like touch football. This was NFL bullshit.
I'm so glad that maybe we learned a little bit from 2020. By the way,
about
what Patrick Bet David made a very good point today.
What did he say?
Do you remember honorable mention Darwin Awards? I swear to you guys, thank you for joining us because you guys are fucking amazing. Can we tell? Can I just say, y'all are just fucking amazing, and we appreciate you guys on this ride. This is going to be a ride to fucking Pluto, and we're gonna fucking. You guys are gonna be what helps us get there. You guys are fucking amazing. Patrick Bet David said today, do you know when George Floyd was killed?
The exact day?
Mm-hmm.
I know it was wasn't it May 2020?
May 26th, 2020.
I got the month.
Do you know what these protesters have been saying?
I can't breathe.
No, that was the guy who was selling Lucy's in New York. If one student dies, it will be the start of a revolution. Think about that.
Oh.
We are May 2nd, 24 days away from what started the summer of love.
Oh. That's a good point, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point, though.
Very good fucking point. It
Especially
will kick off the
since
summer.
Joe Biden's kicking off your student loans, ladies and gentlemen.
By the way, have you seen Piers Morgan's new debate show he has? where he has like Dave Smith, Destiny, Benny Johnson. This clip I'm about to show you has Cornel West, some guy named Javier, he's 27, and our favorite fat fuck, the hopeful president of the year 2075, I guess, Cenk Uygur.
But before we get into that, fuck you, I'm interrupting.
Okay.
You told Geraldo Rivera last year, you may want his policies, but Trump will not deliver Trump policies. He will deliver chaos and, if anything, lead to a backlash that will set his policies much further back than they would otherwise be. You're even acknowledging he can't accomplish those Republican policies.
What I was saying was, if you want Trump's policies, if you're MAGA and want to make America great again, the other candidates will be successful at that much more than he will.
But
for
there's
the
not
reasons
the other
I stated.
candidates. It's going to be Donald Trump.
That's right. I'm certainly not going to get anywhere near what I'd like under Biden, and Biden is not a great moral exemplar. Okay, and is he following the laws? Here he is giving away another round of forgiving student loans after he lost it in the Supreme Court, and he thinks he can get away. And he thinks he can get away with it by getting it out the door before the election.
But
he's not enforcing the law on the borders.
But those are policy differences that you disagree with. Trump, I remember also when border numbers were at an all-time high in the spring of 2019. So the idea that border chaos only happens.
You mean when he asked for $5 billion for a wall and the Democrats said fucking no?
Yes.
You mean
we had a program approved?
No.
Go ahead.
No.
Go ahead.
And now they want $20 billion for the fucking for the border agents, and now all of a sudden, go ahead. Yeah, no, give it away now.
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, $20 billion for the border. What else was in that? It was a $118 billion bill, $20 billion for the border.
Oh,
just so they could get judges and lawyers.
The $98 billion that went to the 3 other countries that was included. That got passed with the TikTok ban.
See, that wasn't a thing. They just literally did the single issue billing. With that, they did that single issue billing throughout all of that, and all of that passed with Republicans voting for it.
Yeah. Scumbags.
They did single issue billing for all of that. They did Israel. They did fucking Ukraine. They did every bit of it. And they still voted to send your money the fuck away.
And take away TikTok. Because that's the problem. By the way, the fact that Bill Barr is like, she's trying to, but Donald Trump called you this and Donald Trump called you that and said this. And she lost her fucking mind. She lost her mind because the man went, yeah, he call me whatever he wants. I don't care. But I like his policies. I like what he's gonna do. But but he called you fat. And what does that matter?
What was it? He's lazy, pathetic, and lethargic, and because of his endorsement, I'll take lethargic off. And he's like, that's fucking great.
But it goes to the video I'm about to show, because Piers Morgan, Cornel West and Cenk keep calling him racist. They call this black dude racist. Let me bring this up. This guy right here, the mouse doesn't show. They called the black dude racist. Cornel West and Cenk Uygur called the black dude in the middle a fucking racist. I'm going to give you the end of it because it's 45 minutes. And I'm telling you, if you have time, go watch this entire thing. Jennifer, you're absolutely fucking right. I do not call myself a Republican. I do not call myself a Democrat. I call myself an independent conservative is what I call myself, because I have conservative values, but I'm more in the center. I'm more to the center of I'm a conservative in the middle. I keep my money and all this other stuff. Abortions before a certain time. I don't want my money going everywhere else. America first. Fuck everybody else.
Yes. Because of humanitarian aid and what about the
No,
other
I don't
fucking
give a
people?
fuck.
I really don't give a fuck, but if you want to do that, you have to take care of home first because we are $34 trillion fucking dollars in debt. Everything is so goddamn expensive and they still ship your fucking money overseas.
They
We are
don't care.
depleting our ammunition, we are depleting our war supplies, we are depleting our oil reserves while we beat the war drums with Russia and China and now Iran. Does any of this make sense to you?
By the way, part of that $95 billion that went overseas to Ukraine went to the war machine. It went to Lockheed Martin. It went to Texas Instruments. Whoever makes things for war, that's where a bunch of your $98 billion went. So congratulations. You're funding the war machine.
Yep.
But I digress. Let's go back to this wonderful, wonderful interview.
Oh, it's got to come up. Hold up.
Because everyone who defends Palestinians in this country, no matter what they say, like I'm a perfect example. I condemn Hamas. I want to protect the Jewish students. I want a beautiful pro-Palestine and Israel. I want two states. And we're called anti-Semites, including by your guests, 24/7. The minute someone calls
I've
you a
never
racist
called you an
back 'cause Muslim
anti-Semite.
lives don't matter,
I've never
all
called-
of a sudden everybody catches feelings.
Yeah, except I haven't
you
called-
can't- Which
except-
only goes one way. It
except
only
I-
goes
no,
one
no,
way, right?
No, I tell you what,
The
I've never
media
called
in this country.
I have never called you an anti-Semite. I've never called Dr. West
That's
an
right, but
anti-Semite.
almost every guest
I've never
of yours
called
has.
either of you racist, and yet both of you have gone along with calling me a racist, even though I'm not. So yeah, if you're going
Look
to
at
dish
your
it out,
framing.
if
Look
you're
at
going to
your.
dish
Are
it
you going to
out,
ignore the
be very
framing,
careful.
Piers? Piers, are you going to ignore the framing? You know you framed it this way, and Piers, you're not alone.
You were
and you're
booked,
not the
all
main
of you,
culprit.
just to
You're-
be clear.
Hold on, Piers. Let me
Sorry.
give you a little bit of credit.
Okay.
You are open
Just-
to the Palestinian position 20% of the time.
Just to be
okay?
clear.
That's why I come back on this
Just
show.
to be
But
clear.
the American media is filled with racist.
No, you fat fuck. You come on the show so that way you can just do this. So you
Yeah.
could just scream and yell and be angry and raise your fucking blood pressure because it makes you money. Because it makes you money.
Now, coming from a dude who sweats a lot, look at Cenk.
And look at Piers.
I can see the studio lights on his fucking forehead. And I sweat a lot. 5 minutes out of the shower, I got that little greasy fucking sheen.
Like the
All right.
dago you are.
No,
Just to
but I
guess one.
actually do. I actually do sweat a lot, and it is a problem. But looking at that right there, but then
He's a fucking pizza.
I'm the angry guy on the internet. I get it, but I'm not that bad.
American politicians are racist against Muslims, and they revel in it. Blood, rivers of blood in Gaza. And the American politicians and the American media say, not enough, kill them more, Israel, kill them more.
Yeah, just
and
to
then
be
anyone
clear-
who objects to the wide slaughter of those people
Okay.
is called an anti-Semite.
Just to be clear-
the American media is sick.
Just to be clear, you were all booked to take part in a
pause
debate
it.
specifically.
Pause it. Cenk does have a point. Didn't we just pass an anti-Semitic law that doesn't even say what anti-Semitic was? Because wasn't it Jerry fucking Nadler who sat there in the House Rules Committee and said the word anti? No. Let me bring it the fuck up. I'm not even just gonna rant and say what it was.
Let me continue to play this while you look that up.
Oh,
About
I
the
got it
protests in
already.
Colombia. So when
I
you're
recorded that shit, but go ahead.
asking, why am I focusing on the protests in Colombia? That is why you were all booked for this segment and debate. So don't try and be disingenuous with viewers and make out that you were booked for any wider purpose, because you weren't. I wanted to debate
How about
all
the
the issues
pro-Israel
around
side
what's going on in
at
Colombia.
New
And
York
what is
and
interesting
Colombia?
to me...
Let's talk about
Let me
Colombia.
finish.
Let's talk about
Let
Colombia.
me finish.
Those peace
Let me
protesters are the
finish.
same ones that
I'm
came in
sorry, you don't just keep
1968
talking on
that
my
were
show. I'm
also
sorry.
banished and propagandized against like people like you.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm not
the
a
peace protesters are
propagandist.
bad
I'm not a
every
racist
time,
or any of
every
these
time.
things, right?
War is always great. Peace
Yeah.
is always the bad guys.
Yeah.
It's absurd.
It is
It's
absurd, yeah.
Insanity.
I agree with you about it
do
being
you-
absurd.
Piers, do you get that we are vomiting your propaganda? We can't stand it anymore.
Yeah.
It isn't just about you. It's all of media, all of the politicians with their nonstop propaganda that the people in favor of peace, the people who want to protect innocent lives, are somehow pro-terrorists,
Yeah.
are the bad guys, are the anti-Semites, are the racists, etc.
That's
We're
a good one.
sick of the overwhelming.
The poor dude in the middle
propaganda
just
I'm pretty
like
sick of being
poor
called a
people.
racist
on
by
TV.
you guys, so we've all got a cross to bear.
This
Let me bring.
motherfucker's like,
Let me
I
bring.
ain't said shit in like 20 minutes.
IDF were terrorists. Are the IDF a terrorist organization killing innocent
Yes.
Pause
children?
it, pause it, pause it, pause it, pause it. Number one, I do it too. I can't say shit. All right. But for this motherfucker to just be like, are they doing this? Are they doing this? Are they doing this? Then this. Like, you've lost. I'm gonna be honest with you. You fucking lost. You got like Cenk's doing the performative shit. I get it, but Cornel West, he is this type of person too, and this motherfucker was running for president as well.
They both have.
Yes,
They both have.
for the Democratic ticket. And this is what you want? Go ahead and let it roll a little bit. I gotta pee.
Okay.
I do not believe
Answer
they're
the
a
question,
terrorist
Piers.
organization. No.
Oh, come
No,
on.
they're not.
Of course
So
they're
when you-
terrorists.
They're at war. There's a big difference between being at war and being a
No,
terrorist.
you may think they are, Cornel, and you may
What
think
does that
they are,
make you?
Cenk. You've
It's
asked me a
war.
What does that
question.
make you?
I do not think they are. Okay.
Based on what? What
Do
that
I think the
argument is
IDF
lives don't matter.
Do I think the IDF has very serious questions to answer about the way they are executing this war? Absolutely. Do we have
they
international
killing
criminal
innocent
courts?
people?
Do we have criminal courts and laws and rules to hold them to account?
You're gonna wait
Absolutely.
for the
And do I want them to be held to account? Damn right I do, yeah. And do I think they should be invading Rafah? No, I do not.
Don't mean that much to you,
Let
man.
me-
Come on.
Oh, it does
They
mean
don't
as much
mean
to
that
me.
much
Let me
to
bring in Javier again.
No, they don't mean that much.
Javier,
You're just talking.
Javier,
You're just
this
talking, and that's
debate has got very unpleasant for reasons that are slightly lost on me, given what the debate was supposed to. Cornel, let Javier speak. Okay, Javier, you
No,
were there.
absolutely. Javier has been very patient.
Javier, you were there last night, and it's been pictured by Cenk as it was simply a bunch
Watch
of very
this.
violent pro-Israel protesters attacking completely innocent pro-Palestinian
Apparently, I came back
protesters.
at a good time.
What was your experience there? What did you see?
I mean, that's not what happened there, and it's not what's happened at any of these universities. I don't know why he's trying to portray it as if the pro-Palestinians are there peacefully. I also have a video on my Twitter of a pro-Palestinian chasing after a Jewish man trying to tase him because she didn't like what was on his sign. I also saw a man go and spit on a woman's dog simply because she was on the Zionist side. So no, it's not this situation where you have the pro-Palestinians who are just sitting there in their encampment and not doing anything. These people have continuously been violent. And I mean, even just looking over at what happened in Colombia, you're not busting into windows and breaking into buildings if you're there to be peaceful and to be protesting peacefully. That's not the case. So you are disingenuous, Cenk, if you're going to sit here and pretend that the pro-Palestinians are just being innocent. I don't understand how you could even see it in that way.
Brother, last
Javier,
2
are you
weeks
going to
ago, though,
sit
brother,
here?
the
There's
police
videos
came and they
online.
were peaceful.
Are you going to
I
sit
was
here
there
and
with them.
lie
They
to
were
everyone and
peaceful.
say that the
Police
pro-Israel
came
side didn't attack?
on them. Please.
Well, you both spoke over each other, so we didn't hear what either person said.
Okay, all right. Let me just ask Javier, who's obviously lying about this. There's videos online of the pro-Israel side clearly attacking the pro-Palestinian side with sticks and fireworks and pepper spray. Are you going to sit here and lie on television and say to everyone that that didn't happen? Because go ahead, you lose all credibility. Go ahead, liar.
They were fighting back. They were fighting back. And don't call me a liar. I'm not here to sit here and name call and be childish like you at your big age. But
oh, yeah. You just called them
the pro-Palestinian side. There was a woman who was put in the hospital because she was hit in the head.
Innocent all of a sudden. Yeah, you just
they
called all
were
the
being
peace
dirty. You don't sit there and poop in a gender-neutral bucket and sit there and act like you're not dirty. I call it the health department. It is filthy. The way that they're behaving is filthy. I don't hate Muslims, but I do hate Muslim extremism. I have a lot of fundamental issues with the Muslim extremism that's going on in the world. If the only way that you can get your point across is going and raping and beheading people, then you're probably a terrorist and you're probably an extremist. I do have an issue with that. I do have an issue with the fact that you show an ankle and you're killed in some of these nations.
All right,
Oh, no, I'm racist.
Pause.
By the way, Muslim's not a race. It's a religion.
All right. Meanwhile, ladies and gentlemen, you have this in your fucking Congress.
Thank you, Mr. Nadler. Thank both of you for your testimony. Mr. Nadler, can I just ask you, you made the point that this evolves over time. But then also the point has been made repeatedly that things have gotten markedly worse since October 7th. So something that evolves over time, but now is markedly worse. What are you hearing from your constituents? I mean, this involves your area. You're their representative. What are you hearing from
I have
your
probably
constituents?
the largest Jewish.
Yeah, well, what are you
district in the
hearing
country.
from your constituents?
I'm hearing from my constituents that they want the government to do something about the anti-Semitism. They don't know exactly what, but they want to do the government to do
If I
something.
may, that's why we're here today.
And I know that we have two choices. The committee has two choices today. HR 1690 fiddles around with definitions. There's a lot of nice whereas clauses in it, and it enacts the IRA definition. It specifically also rejects two other definitions. All the definitions ought to be used. And since it evolves over time, maybe other definitions. The real thing we ought to be doing is increasing the funding for the enforcement mechanism against anti-Semitism, which is to say the Office of Civil Rights, which is in charge of enforcing Title VI, and we ought to be increasing that budget. And the president last year proposed increasing that budget. The Republicans proposed decreasing it by 25%. The compromise was it remained flat. The president has again proposed, I think, a 25% increase. And what we ought to do is pass a 25% increase in the budget for the OCR.
Yep. First of all,
what's the
do
OCR?
y'all remember how the word racism changed?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's because it's prejudice plus power because we say so. Do y'all remember how the word woman changed? Because we say so. Now the word anti-Semite needs to be ever evolving. Do you understand yet? What was that? For what it's
For what it's worth, the dog was probably happy he got spit on because dogs are idiots.
But yeah, it's just I wanted to bring up a little bit of something here, just to go back to your point with the Piers Morgan thing, though.
Oh, that was before, yeah.
I wanted to show y'all how this fucking started off. It immediately starts off into some bullshit.
Telling you, go watch it. It's insane.
It is.
It's
Just
insane.
in the U.S.,
Okay.
but all 7 continents.
Nadine, I have
around
to
the
move
world.
on because I have 4 other guests, but I appreciate you joining me. Thank you very much. Well, joining me now is the independent presidential candidate Cornel West, who teaches at Columbia and joins some of the student protests. The Fox News contributor Kat Tim, former BLM supporter Javier DeRusso of PragerU.
Former BLM supporter.
Former BLM supporter. By the way, he's 27 years old.
Yes.
That dude's got a bright future ahead of him.
PragerU, who broke into a pro-Palestinian encampment at UCLA, and the Young Turks founder, Cenk Uygur. Kat, I want to start with you because I know you've got a slight time constraint. So I want to start with you and just talk about one aspect of this, which is the whole issue of free speech in this debate. And we're going to get into the two sides part of it in a moment with the other guests. But from a free speech perspective, what is your take on what we're seeing here?
So I've been very open about this issue. I think there's been not quite enough focus on the free speech issue. I think that, for example, you could look at Texas Governor Abbott, who in 2019 was saying there has to be free speech on campuses. There has to be the First Amendment on campuses. Then on March 27th, he signed something that limits speech on campus, including constitutionally protected speech, including criticism of Israel's government. I think that what the Constitution says is very, very clear that even hate speech is free speech, right? So you can debate whether something is or is not hate speech. And the debate you just had with your last guest proves that there is some disagreement on that. And the main point is the government should not be the one deciding what is and is not. We have India spokesperson.
She is 100% correct. You cannot decide what is not hate. Do y'all remember how retard became a naughty word?
Mm-hmm.
Because society collectively said retard was a naughty fucking word. Just like the word fucking. The society said so. The government did not. So why the fuck now is the government saying that if you criticize Israel in any way, you're anti-Semitic and it's a hate crime?
For the Indiana Police Department saying hate speech isn't free speech. Well, that just simply isn't true. And it's the whole idea of what it's always been, which is that you don't want the government to be in the position of deciding what speech is and is not allowed, because that is going to be dangerous for anyone, including Jewish students, right? I mean, there was no free speech, obviously, in Hitler's Germany, right? And saying that free speech, something is First Amendment protected free speech, is not that you don't have to say you agree with it. And you can totally bring up the fact that maybe it's been less consistent in terms of all of a sudden now a lot of these university presidents are super pro free speech when it comes to this, when they haven't been in the past. But to me, that's not going to cause me to be hypocritical on this issue. I'm a First Amendment absolutist. I was in 2019. I was before 2019, and I still am today.
What if you are chanting intifada?
Other things.
Given the history of intifadas between Israel and Palestine, twice in the last 30 years, we know what intifadas have been there. They've been violent uprisings.
What's an intifada?
With many people dying. And what
because
if you chant
they
from the
referenced
river
that a
to the
couple
sea,
times, saying that it was an intifada this and that was an intifada. Like they were saying intifada back when like Martin Luther King, because they talked about that too.
I don't know if the. All right, well, we'll just fucking wiki it right quick. I don't know off the top of my head exactly what it was, but it was a Arabic word for rebellion or uprising or resistance movement. It can be used to refer to an uprising against an oppression. Apparently, historically, it's been a bad thing kind of situation, you know. But it's like a rebellion type situation. Apparently, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know that much about it. But where was it? Here we go.
which Jewish people believe absolutely
Piers.
means the eradication of Israel. I'm just asking
The
Kat this, 'cause
First Amendment.
I will come to
the
everybody else,
First
but Kat
yeah,
has
the
to
First-
go. So I want to just get this free speech part of the debate out of the way. Kat.
The First Amendment is
Hold on, I want to hit that point from Jennifer real quick. What was it Corey Bush said? Yeah, I spent $70,000 of your money, and I'll spend $200,000 because my life is more important.
Yep.
And suck it up because defund the police needs to happen, but you're going to pay for my security. But anyway.
actually clear on that, where you have to have a very, very, very specific exception where that would not be allowed. So, for example, a peaceful protest where people are marching and saying from the river to the sea is constitutionally protected speech. An incident where you were targeting a specific Jewish student and chanting that at that student where a protest had become violent, then that maybe would not be. But it's very, very narrow, and it's supposed to be very, very narrow, where there has to be it has to be directed and likely to produce imminent action and also true threats. Those are the only exceptions, which are very, very narrow. And the law is clear on this.
But if you have people, and we've seen pictures of them inside and outside campus, who appear to be supporting Hamas rhetoric, who are wearing maybe insignia relating to Hamas or Hezbollah or whatever, if you're brazenly supporting organizations, groups of people that are deemed to be terrorists by large swathes of the world, does that cross the line?
This is utter nonsense, Piers. Can I just answer the question?
Okay, check.
Yep. You got genocide taking place. You got IDF terrorism taking place. You can't say a mumbling word about 12 universities that have been leveled to the ground. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of professors have been killed. Students have.
Now, why is that, Cornel West? I mean, didn't they give them the ability to get the fuck out? And then Hamas is like, nah, y'all motherfuckers are staying, and use them as human shields? Kind of like what Ukraine did in Russia.
have been killed? You're a journalist.
Yes.
Have you talked about the 112 journalists who have been killed, brother?
Yes, I have done.
You just spread lies.
Well,
at
hang
this
on.
point.
Well, Cornel, I
You
actually.
treat the sister so unfairly.
Cornel, hang
You
on.
bring her on
Cornel.
your show, you
Cornel.
treat her unfairly.
Cornel.
And then you just start lying. You start lying, man. It's ridiculous.
Cornel,
man.
I'm not
It's
lying about
ridiculous.
anything.
You want to show, and you want to make
Now that was the beginning of how that all fucking popped off. Ladies and gentlemen, on the two opposite sides of that screen right there, you have Cornel West and Cenk Uygur. Both of them ran for the Democratic Party ticket. Could you imagine them being in office? And you thought Orange Man was bad? You thought Biden was bad. Imagine who the fuck would come after us because this dickhead on the fucking left sits there and says, you're racist, you're racist, you're racist. And this dickhead on the right says, you're racist, you're racist, you're racist.
By the way, did you hear that the UAW is joining the protesters at UCLA?
What is that?
Did you hear that?
No.
Did you hear it? That's what they said. They said the UAW is joining the protesters.
I was wondering what you were doing in the background. What's up?
By the way, they're not fucking joining the protesters because that was all over the news. Over the last 2 days, the UCLA administration has condoned the brutal attacks of students and workers as they peacefully protest for justice for Palestine. Rather than negotiating with protesters and de-escalating, UCLA administration's actions have caused dozens to seek medical attention and hospitalization. The militarized police presence on campus and arrest of more than 130 students and workers, including UAW members, as former teaching blah, blah, blah. So they're going to protest the protesters because they're getting hurt. Because UCLA is not protecting them. So they're going to go on strike. They're going to try to authorize a strike because of the protesters. They're not joining the protesters' side.
You know what? I think I titled this completely 100% fucking accurate. This is your world now.
Remember that movie PCU? We're not going to protest. That's all I think of every time I see these fucking idiots. That's all I think of. PCU, Politically Correct University. The fucking movie was written in the 90s starring Jeremy Pivens and fucking and what's his face that makes the fucking Iron Man movies now. We're not going to protest. We're going to protest the protesters.
This is
the world.
It's a slowed down version of what happened with George Floyd. It really is. It's a slowed down version of what happened with George Floyd. Like George Floyd shit, everything popped off all at fucking once. But this is a slow buildup. We even had George Floyd 2.0 not too long ago because the dude was like, I can't breathe. And then the cops ended him apparently. And everybody blew up about that dumb shit, which was like literally cops put it out and they're just like, this is what fucking happened. Everybody say, oh, I get it. Yeah.
It's a more methodical summer of 2020. They're starting it slowly. They're starting the slow burn. And once the summer of love 2024 happens, because something will happen at one of these universities, because it is all over. It is a coordinated riot. I'm not going to call it a protest. It's a fucking riot. They kidnapped 3 fucking janitors. And they did exactly what I've been saying, which I got from Tim Pool. They didn't call it a kidnapping. They said that they were in there and they closed the doors and they just happened to be in there. And they wouldn't let them go. They didn't kidnap them.
And then, if anything, that is involuntary detainment.
Which what they say the cops do to them. Why am I being arrested? I'm being unlawfully arrested. Let me go. Don't touch me. But the people who are protesting the occupation of land are occupying land that doesn't fucking belong to them. Do you not understand the fucking stupidity?
You're not wrong, Jennifer. You're not wrong.
It's
wrongful imprisonment. Yeah, that's it. That's what I was looking for. Wrongful imprisonment. Yeah. But ladies and gentlemen, this is all still leading up to a certain point. However, I think I've fallen into something here.
Oh, you fell into something huge.
I don't care if I'm wrong or not.
Have you been wrong? Have you been wrong? You know
a few times, yes.
You know how
A
many
few
times I've
yes.
heard that fucking that antiphospholipid syndrome on fucking the radio?
I'm never gonna let that fucking go.
You know how many times I hear that
never
on the
letting
fucking
that go.
radio now because of you? Because of you, all I hear is antiphospholipid syndrome. I go, motherfucker. I've said it
never
out
letting
loud.
it go.
I've yelled motherfucker out loud. But let me
I'm
tell you,
never letting
that
it go.
if you were right about one thing in your entire life and you got that right, that's like having a one-hit wonder and never having to work again.
I'm fucking Wonderwall. No, oh, dude. Like, the only thing I got wrong was the method of delivery from the very fucking beginning. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we got another story for you. I think I might have figured out 2020.
Figured out the 2020 what?
The 2020 election.
Oh.
What happened with that? Well, we got some information that drops, and you're going to want to stick around, because if you remember about that Social Security website that we've
the one
been
they
bringing
haven't
up,
that one they haven't updated in weeks?
it's updated.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, you got 3 minutes, as a matter of fact.
Join us on
Control
Rumble.
C. All the comments.
Telling you. Oh, it's a doozy.
For all of you out there, ladies and gentlemen, like I just said, as soon as I get back to it, you got 3 minutes. Come join us. Ladies and gentlemen, the mainstream narrative has become cancerous to society. Currently, there is no known cure, but doses of other treatments have shown some promising results. Off-label use has been authorized.